This week was week two in cross-cultural communications, and the topic we looked at was culture and the role that culture plays in the field of public relations. Culture is a very important thing for public relation professionals to consider, as there are multiple cultures, not only around the world, but in Australia alone. In our class, for example, we had people from Australia, from England, from various parts of Asia, whether it be Singapore, Hong Kong, and other nations. Being English myself, I was able to relate to this topic, as culture is something that I've had to learn about since I've been in Australia, and the ways that English culture differs from Australian cultures. So culture is made up of languages, religion, education, manners, and values, and that kind of thing. And each country has a different way of experiencing these individual facets. For example, Australia is notorious for having a sporting culture and a drinking culture, and the language that they use is very relaxed and very slang orientated. Coming from an English background, it's more rigid. It's not as relaxed as the Australian way of life is, and that took some getting used to when I came over here. I've been here 7 years now, and I'm still to this day learning about the culture of Australia and how to act around Australians. Um, what we did in class this week was we participated in storytelling about our cultural upbringings. So it was really fascinating to hear people's stories and how their perception of culture has varied depending on whether they're in Australia, in England, in Singapore, Hong Kong, etc. Um, but overall, from this week, I just learned that public relations is an international art, and it's important that as a future public relations professional, that I'm able to communicate successfully with other cultures and know how to act around them in order not to discriminate.